All right. Well, welcome to the Fifth Dimensional Academy of Higher Consciousness. Today is August 7th, and we're broadcasting live from Los Angeles. All right. So it's nice to see you all once again. I see some familiar faces as well as some new people. Welcome. For those of you who are new with me for the first time, just bear in mind because devices make funny noises, so I have to mute everybody when we're doing the work. But then after our first 25-minute, 20-minute, half an hour meditation, then if you have questions, you can either raise your hand, wave at me, and I'll unmute you and you can talk to me directly, or you can use the chat box and write in chat box, write what your question is, and then I'll address it. So for the moment, we're gonna do a grounding meditation. So what we're gonna do is, just one moment, I have to close this door because there's noise. Sorry about that. What we're gonna do a grounding meditation. This meditation we're gonna be doing, I'm gonna keep it very, very simple. So you're gonna feel you're rooted to the planet Earth. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna stand up, and as you're standing up, you're gonna feel, you're gonna bring your attention on your feet. Your feet are touching the ground. And we're kind of gonna go up and down a little bit, you know, like a yo-yo, doing this to get connected to the earth and really feel the ground. And then you're gonna breathe in. As you breathe in, you imagine that green light, green energy, the prana of planet Earth, you're breathing it into your body. So you come to the heart chakra, and then you breathe it out, and it goes through your crown. So green light, you breathe it in, breathe it out. You breathe it in, you breathe it out. So we're gonna stand up, okay? All right. And I want you to go up and down on your knees, gently. Just, you know, go a little bit up and down so you get a feel. And you can use your hands too to give you, to make it animated. So you bend your knees down, you breathe in, you breathe out. And then you just come back here, you breathe in, you breathe out. One more time, you go down, you breathe in, you breathe out. Again, you breathe in, you breathe out. And as you just go down and you're breathing in, bring in the prana, imagine from your roots, from your feet, the energy of planet, the green light, healing energy, the prana is coming inside your bodies. You suck it in. So, again. So you can make a noise too, you know, you can just, I'm exaggerating it right now. You can bring it in, and then when you send it out, you can go like, it goes out. Now, can you hear me? You just go to your heart center and put your hands on your heart and come to your center. And just see yourself in light. See that light has taken over, and the light is taking over you, and you're full of light. And you don't have a body anymore. It's just light. And repeat after me. I love myself.
I love myself.
I love myself.
I love myself.
I love everybody.
I love everybody.
I forgive myself.
I forgive myself.
I forgive everybody.
I forgive everybody.
Because I'm light.
Because I'm light.
Because I'm love.
Because I'm love.
Because I'm God.
Because I'm God.
That's why I love myself.
That's why I love myself.
And I forgive myself.
And I forgive myself.
And I forgive everybody.
And I forgive everybody.
Take a deep breath. One more time. So repeat after me. And when you're repeating after me, I want you to really say this wholeheartedly. Like drop your self-judgment and really love yourself without any stories. Okay? Actually, let's do this. I want you to do a little shaking meditation. Let's move the energy. So we're going to be shaking and making some noises, okay? So we start. Yeah? Oh, yeah, 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 Check it. Take a deep breath. Put your hands on your heart and repeat after me. I really mean it when you say this. This is the moment of transformation. This is the moment that you can go beyond your self-judgment and really love yourself and transform everything. So repeat after me again. I love myself.
I love myself.
I love everybody.
I love everybody.
I forgive myself.
I forgive myself.
No, you're just doing a little delay. Mute. Yeah. I love myself.
I love myself.
I love myself.
I love myself.
I love everybody.
I love everybody.
I forgive myself.
I forgive myself.
I forgive everybody.
I forgive everybody.
Because I'm love.
Because I'm love.
Because I'm light.
Because I'm light.
Because I'm God.
Because I'm God.
That's why I love myself.
That's why I love myself.
And I forgive myself.
And I forgive myself.
I say yes to love.
I say yes to love.
Yes to love.
Yes to love.
Yes.
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 Yes. Take a deep breath. Now come back to your seats. And go back to your meditation and just go to this silent place within for a few moments. Just come back to your center. Go back to your center. Right here, right in the middle. When there is no story, there is no thoughts. Without even trying to do anything. Don't try to do anything. You're simply sitting and you're centered and you're available and you're in your natural state. Yeah, just comfortably sit there and breathe. And just hang out in this moment, hang out in this place within yourself, without any agendas, without trying to getting anywhere or trying to accomplishing anything. Just simply spend time with yourself and allow meditation to come to you. And remember, meditation is not something you do. Meditation is something comes to you. Very good. So now slowly you can come back. You can come back here. Transitioning out of your meditation. Beautiful. Very nice. Can you hear me? Somebody raises their hand. Yes, you can. Okay, good. So I wonder if anybody has any questions. Let me check to see if we have. I still have to. So today, this is what I felt when I woke up in the morning. Of course, on my 6th day of doing a cleanse. So I already went to the first few days that it's a little bit tough to do it, and then you start to feel really good about yourself, and the body starts to clean up, your energy level comes up, your skin starts to look good. Exercising, you know, just taking care of yourself, and you just feel good. And of course, I woke up this morning and all my body parts were working. My hands were working, my eyes were seeing, I could talk, I could think, I could move. I got out of the bed, my legs were working. So, and the birds were singing. I opened the window and the door so I can hear the birds. They're all singing, and it was like 6 o'clock in the morning, 6:30 in the morning. And there was this very strong rush and feeling of gratitude took over, of, wow, I'm alive, I'm healthy, and all is well. Not that everything is going my way in my life, that's not it, but all is well in the essence, in the universe. Everything is exactly where it needs to be. And maybe I don't get everything I want, but I have everything I need. And this sense of gratitude that one more time I woke up and I'm alive and I'm healthy. And just feeling really, having gratitude for everything I have. I went to my mom's place last night. We had dinner together. She's 90 years old. She's up and running and walking and cooking and cleaning. And I felt like so grateful that I still have my mother. I have my brother. I have my family. Just being grateful for everything I have. And not going into this place in the mind and complaining that this is bad, that is bad, this sucks, Donald Trump is doing this, is doing that. All the air or the water in our environment is polluted, or life sucks, I hate it, or it's too noisy, or whatever. All these things, rather than being focused on the negative and complaining, being thankful for everything we have. As simple things as possible, even as simple as you can eat a fruit, you can eat a peach, and your body can digest it. In comparison to those people who eat something a little bit sweet and they get really bloated, or they break out with acne, or they get very sick from eating something very simple, being very grateful that you can eat something and your body digests it. Or you can, the fact that you have the ability to go for a walk. You have the ability to dance. You have the ability to go to lunch with your friend. Something very simple. You have the ability to pick up the phone and call your son, your daughter, your mother, your father, your friend, and tell them, I miss you. I love you. Something very simple. Something that we don't even think about. Having the ability to do that and being really grateful for the things we have in our lives. Gratefulness, gratitude. In comparison to millions of people all over the world that they don't even have the very basic things we have. Like there's no electricity. They don't have hot water. Or they don't have water. Someone has to walk a kilometer with a bucket, wait in line, fill up a bucket of water, and bring it back to home or to their village. And they just don't have very simple things. And we have it. Just being grateful for everything we have. Being grateful for even our technology, the fact that we can communicate with each other in such an easy way. Yeah, I understand the technology or the digital world has destroyed some values in our society, especially with younger people. But it's also given us many, many good things. The fact that we can communicate with each other, we can come together once a week, see one another, talk to each other, exchange energy and love and our opinions, and have our community, an online community. I have gratitude for that. I couldn't have this 10 years ago or 15 years ago. It was impossible. Now it's possible. Go for a walk on the beach. Go for a walk in the park. And enjoy the fact and be grateful that you can walk. That your body is functioning and you can walk. And being grateful for that. Just for not, instead of saying, oh, my sister inherited more money than I did, or she went to medical school and I didn't, or whatever, blah, 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 things that happen in our minds. He got more than I did. She got more than I did. She's prettier than me. My friend is lucky. Everything comes to her, but I don't get things. Instead of that, being grateful for everything we already have. Simple things. Being able to go into nature and hear the birds, hearing the nature singing, being able to feeling the breeze, the air, the wind. Even being grateful to experience pain. Could you imagine if you could not feel, if you didn't even feel? There are people who are numb, they don't feel. So even pain, you can be grateful for experiencing pain, experience discomfort. It's okay. Be a little bit uncomfortable at times. Feel some pain. It's okay. Be grateful for it. And then you will see something changes. There is a alchemy happens. A chemical reaction happens in the universe because everything is very connected to everything. That the fact that I am grateful, a phenomena takes place. And this phenomena actually quiets down my mind because I'm not into this mind processing of knick-knacking, all these things going on. So I'm really grateful for what I have. And in gratefulness, a phenomena takes place. And the mind becomes quiet. And I actually go into this other place. I go into this, entering into this fifth dimensional realm of consciousness, entering into this realm of silence and quietness within myself that helps my heart to open because I'm grateful. I'm thankful for everything I have. I am actively paying attention to everything that I have. and I'm being grateful of it instead of being focused on the negative of what I don't have and complaining. And I'm loving myself for what I am, not for what I'm not. And now it brings me into this moment of total harmony with existence, because I am grateful. I don't know how much longer I'm going to live, but who cares? Who knows how much longer you're going to live? And it doesn't matter. It does and it doesn't. But really, it doesn't matter. You are here now, and this is it. So what do you want to do with it? Do you want to enjoy and dive into this moment, which is very rich and it's full? And it's unexpected. You have no idea. It's fresh. It's refreshing itself all the time. Even though it seems like it's mundane, even though you get up every morning and you go through your routine, but if you really look at it, that even routine you go through, it's fresh. Because every moment of life is brand new. You're going through brand new moments of your life. You're new. There's nothing old about it. So you're in this place of gratitude, of recognition that life is not really maybe your right. It's privilege. You're privileged to live because you can easily die. And you're having this privilege of experiencing this life. It's not really a right you have, it's a grant has given to you by existence. And it can be taken away at any moment. It's a one-way contract. It's subject to termination at any moment without any prior notification. It's not renewable and it's not negotiable. It can end at any moment. So, what do you want to do with it? Sit down and bitch and complain and worry about your past, worry about your future, or you want to live it? What do you want to do? Do you want to live your life and do everything you wanted to do and really dive into it and go for it and make the changes you want to make, whatever change you want to make? What do you want to do with it? Or sit down and bitch? It's up to you, because nobody gives a shit what you do with your life. No one's sitting here keeping a score whether you're really living your life or you don't live your life. Nobody cares what you do. You're the only one who, if you don't live your life, you're the only one who loses. You're the only one who's going to miss your life. No one else does. Because everybody else is busy living their lives. So why not go for it? Why not really go for it? Sit down and write a list of the things you like to do. Short term, long term. And start doing them one at a time. As simple as that. Whatever it is. Whatever that is. Okay, I'm writing my list. I want to do a cleanse. I want to go to Egypt with Zarathustra. I want to start walking every day because I want to lose 5 kilos. I want to, I don't know, whatever you like. Okay? And then you get up and you can't walk 2 kilometers, fine. go up the street and come back. You walked. So you did one of the things you wanted to do. You went for a walk, and you do it for 2 minutes every day, 3 minutes every day, 5 minutes every day, whatever. Just do it. Doesn't have to be your ideal distance you want to cover. You just did. So you did one thing you wanted to do. You start doing that. It doesn't matter how significant it is. You're doing it. You just do one at a time, the stuff you really want to do. And if something comes up, you can't do it, go down the list and do something else. But don't sit around and bitch. Don't blame it on life. That life sucks and da 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 da. Don't even blame it on yourself. Just go ahead and live your life. Oh, I really love to dance, but there's nowhere for me to go dancing. Fine. You got a little speaker connected to your iPhone and go on Spotify and play some good music and dance. You don't need to go to a nightclub to dance. 2 days ago, Sunday afternoon, I bought this really big speaker for my healing training program in Los Angeles. I bought it. Reza remembers. We were dancing a lot. And I bought this really great big speaker, 1,300 watts. And it really great sound. You know, you guys been in Ode with me, or you've been at my workshops, you know, we dance a lot. And then I boxed it and I put it in the storage. And it's been sitting there since April. And I'm thinking, oh, I want to dance, da 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 da. And all of a sudden I remember, wait a minute, I got this speaker. What am I thinking about? I go pull out the speaker, I'll set it up, and I have it in the backyard, and I hook it up, and I just started to play music, and I danced for an hour and a half. I'm just going crazy, screaming, dancing. Sunday afternoon in the backyard, the birds are singing, it's beautiful, the sun is shining. And the next thing is my friend Christian, who lives the house next door, he comes over, he gets into it, then his girlfriend comes, and then all of a sudden I'm having a dance thing happening in my backyard. So I created a nightclub right there. Just like that. You just do it and have fun with it. And you don't worry about anything else. And then it just one thing after the other starts to happen, and existence begin to support you, because when you're doing something, your heart is into it. When you're following your heart, existence is going to fully support you to follow your heart, because your heart speaks the truth. And existence is about supporting your truth. So it will make things open. It will put things in aligning things for you. It's as simple as that. Okay, I'm going to check to see. We have some. All right, thank you for the lovely meditation and opportunity to join in together for meditation. This was my first sign-in with you. Can't wait for next week. I am not able to stay for the whole session today. Thank you. Have a lovely day. You're welcome. You're welcome, Katerina. Thanks for connecting with us. Let's see. All right. Palina, I would like to know more about the Importance of awareness and the benefits that occurs when starting to identify with the observer. Okay, great. Hi, Paulina. Hi, Paulina.
Hi.
Nice to see you. You know, it's been funny. This past few days, you've been on my mind. I've been wanting to send you a Facebook message and say hello.
Ah, fantastic.
Yeah, and then every time something happens, and then, you know, sometimes it happens to me a lot. I go on Facebook to send a message to someone, and then I see 3 other messages from other people, and then I read those messages, and then I forget why I went to Facebook to send a message. So
everybody knows about that. Split vision.
Anyway, so it's nice to see you. I'm glad we're connecting. Welcome back.
Thank you.
And okay, so do you want to ask me your question directly?
You know, I'm so curious about this because I can feel some kind of a pull. And when we were talking about, you were talking about awareness, the importance of awareness in order. And I'm starting to do that, you know, very simple in my daily life. Just, and it's something, it feels like it is something important. And
Okay.
I'm really curious about this thing, to start identifying with the observer and what that means.
Yes.
And also the benefits of doing that.
Yes. Okay. So what is the question?
The question is, why is it important to, why is awareness important?
Right. Okay.
And
so,
also the benefits you get. What are the benefits when you start identifying with the observer?
Well, the number one benefit of it is that you begin to recognize you're free. That's the biggest part of identifying with the awareness. Identifying, and I'm assuming when you say awareness, we are talking about the observer, the seer.
Okay.
So, you're always the observer. You've always been the observer. So, this part, there's nothing new to it. All of your life, you have been observing. Everybody, every single being on this planet is doing the same thing. Everyone is being the observer. The difference between someone awake and someone asleep is somebody who's awake is aware that they are the observer, and the sleepy people, they're identified with their thoughts, with their emotions, and identified with the body, with the meat. So that's the difference between an awakened being and a sleep person. But they both are observing all the time. So when you begin to realize this teaching, or this way, this view, you begin to become aware of it. Whether you discovered it on your own or somebody taught it to you, doesn't matter. It comes to your awareness, it comes to your attention, and you begin, the self-awaken mechanism kicks in, and you're beginning to bring your attention inwards. The attention starts to shift. So rather than the attention is focused on an object, it gets focused on the one who's seeing the objects. So as you start, you're bringing your attention on the observer. First of all, there's nothing you need to do because the observer is just here. It's very simple. Right now, I demonstrate it to you. The observer is here. You are here because you're always here. And you're simply, by being here, cannot avoid not being aware. It's impossible. You cannot not be the observer. You cannot not be aware. It's an impossible thing. No matter what you do, you are aware of something is happening, whether it's within yourself or it's outside of yourself. So the awareness is always here. And it's effortless. You don't have to do anything for it. And that's your true nature. You were already it. You're already it. You were born with it. You will live with it. And in the apparent world, you will die with it, which you never die anyway. But so the awareness is always here. Now you have noticed it. You become aware of it. So you can't get away from it any longer. So means it's turning. The view is turning inwards towards that direction. And the direction it's turning to is, as we talked about, you're starting to realize, with the right guidance, you begin to realize that the true part of yourself, the awareness, the observer, the witness, whatever words we want to refer to it, we're pointing out that, right? We're pointing out something that doesn't really have a name, but we identify with these names. It makes it easy for us to comprehend it intellectually. So we're pointing in that direction. And then you start to notice that your being, Paulina, is simply here. And she's always been here. And she's always here, wherever here is. Physically, she can be taken to different places, but wherever she goes, it's always here. It's always now. And this being is always aware of its internal noises and its external surroundings. External surroundings are happening through its senses. So it can smell, touch, feel, taste, observe with its eyes. Let's say you have the ability to see, you're not blind, or smell or feel with your skin. So this mechanism has an awareness from what's going on outside, and this mechanism is also aware of what's going on inside. It can hear the noises that are being played through this radio station that is broadcasting in apparently this part of its body. And it notices these feelings, these emotions that travel through it. So, and it obviously is aware of what's happening to the meat. If something happens to the body, it's aware of it. So that makes it very interesting. So this awareness is always here. Now, when recognition takes place, when understanding begins to settle in, then the point of reference that we're referring to, this place that we're referring to, it turns inwards and self-awareness start to kick in, and you begin to see that this awareness, this observer, this seer, this you is always been doing that. It's always been aware of everything. But through the right guidance, you begin to also notice that just because it is aware, but that doesn't mean it is these things that it's aware of. Just because I'm sitting here and there's a street running in front of where I'm at. There's windows here, I can see outside and cars passing by. But I can see trees, I can see sometimes birds come and go, mostly cars. But just because I'm aware of the cars, that doesn't mean I am the car. Or just because someone walking on the street or someone's jogging, that doesn't mean I am that person. I'm simply aware of somebody running or walking. Same thing with the internal process. Just because I can hear this radio station reporting, I'm talking about my mind, the mind. Just because I can hear the radio station, it doesn't mean I'm the radio station. I'm simply aware of it. And it gives me daily news. And this radio station is a personal radio station. So it normally gives daily news about me. But that doesn't mean anything. It just goes blah, 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 blah. Just like Donald Trump. Blah, 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 blah. You don't have to listen to it. Or you turn on the TV and you're watching BBC or you're watching local news and it's a lot of bullshit about nothing. It's normally bad things about car theft, about, you know, some wars or some disaster, you know, it's normally bad stuff. You don't have to listen to it. You change the channel or you just turn it off. And the same thing in your own mind. You don't have to listen to your own thoughts. You cannot stop them, but you don't have to listen to them. You don't have to take them seriously. Same thing with your emotions, thought, feelings. They come and go and come and go and come and go, and they're up and down and da 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 da. And especially for a lot of people with hormonal imbalances, and these days, you know, because of the diet we eat, you know, a lot of plastic food, it affects our hormonal balances. They're up and down. And so your emotions are up and down and up and down. Sugar, infections in the body, candida, all kinds of stuff. So there's a lot of ups and downs and ups and downs. But you're not your emotions either. So you can train yourself to not identify with them by simply looking at them. And then what happens is, as this process is going, there's a separation. A sense of separation starts to take place. And then you start, here's the observer, and here's the internal thoughts or internal emotions, and then you start to distance yourself from them, not numbing yourself. It's different. Not to numb yourself. No, you feel. You still feel, but you begin to see that it has nothing to do with you. because it doesn't affect the awareness. The awareness remains the awareness, and the emotions come and go, or thoughts are happening, but they don't affect the awareness. And as you notice more and more that you're the awareness, the sense of freedom takes place, because you realize that you're really free. And of course, you can work on the thoughts to slow down or quiet down, and you can work on the emotions on the side, but you're not the emotions and you're not the thoughts. So working on them becomes a lot easier because you're not really identified to it. So they begin to lose their grip. This grip that they had on you, they start to lose the grip, and sense of freedom begins to take over. And of course, freedom comes with happiness and bliss. Okay?
Okay.
Great. Let's see, we have other questions, Missy. Thank you for this moment. I'm checking to see if we have, Shishi, are you around?
Yeah.
Okay. And any, no. Right. Yeah. Any other questions? Nobody has a question? Paulina, any other questions?
Are you identifying with the observer?
Am I know I am the observer.
Can you feel that you are the observer?
Well, you know, the mind wants to objectify this because the mind wants to understand something that is beyond the mind. Yeah, I do feel the observer all the time because that's the only thing I am. But I don't feel it as something that comes and goes. It's not a separate thing, because what you're referring to is something that comes and goes. And this is not something that comes and goes. This is something that's there all the time, 24/7. There hasn't been anything else except that. So maybe you're referring to lack of identification to thoughts and emotions, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and the body, because you can't feel something you are. You're that thing all the time, 24/7. So it's not something comes and goes.
Okay.
That, oh, I wasn't feeling it before and now I'm feeling it. You know, it's always been there. I've been that all my life. So there's no contrast to it. It's like, do you feel you're a woman? I mean, you've been in that physical female body all your life. You may have the sensations of being sensual or sexual, or once a month you're being reminded that you have a female body, right? But how do you feel you're a woman?
Good question. So what's the difference when you know you are the observer and when you don't know that you are the observer?
The difference is that you begin to recognize you're free, the sense of freedom, the recognition.
Can you feel that freedom?
Yes, I do.
Every day?
Go ahead.
Every day, all day, every day?
Every day, all day.
I would like to feel that too.
Right. Every day, all day. It's always in the background. So every day, all day, all the time. But since something is every day, all day, all the time, then you don't notice it anymore in that way. So when you notice it, when suffering happens, something happened, makes you suffer, then you realize, oh, wow. Oh, by the way, there is something such as suffering. Oh, I remember this. So when I get caught momentarily in the world of the mind, or I identify momentarily with an unpleasant emotion, then I remember suffering. So you need the contrast. But your everyday experience is freedom, because you know who you are. But that doesn't mean, does anxiety rises? Yeah, if I have too much coffee, I didn't pay attention. I had 2 espressos, one at 8 in the morning, and I had another one at 12. I don't do it very often. And then all of a sudden, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. All of a sudden, I'm feeling like this anxiety, or I get some bad news, and I don't know why I'm feeling it. Something rises. Or, yeah, things come and go, and you're simply aware of them, that something is happening. There is sadness. Sadness comes, and you feel sad, which is okay. And then it goes. Nothing can stay any longer. Nothing has the power to stay, because you're not identifying with it and you're not resisting it. Like, there's no resistance. If I feel sad, if I feel angry, if I'm scared, something happened and I got scared, there's no resistance to it. I'm not trying to resist not to feel scared, or I'm not trying to resist not to feel sad. I simply experience it. And I go through the motions, whatever that is. Maybe I need to cry, or tears come. Or maybe I just need to be melancholy. Or maybe I just want to go to my cottage and spend an afternoon by myself, or go for a bike ride and not speak to anybody because I feel really sad. And that's fine. That's the beauty of being in a human body. And you experience it, and it's beautiful, and then it goes away. But that happens for everybody. You can't be sad all the time. You cannot be in anxiety all the time. You cannot be happy all the time. It's the same thing for everyone else. The difference is, I don't identify with it as that's who I am. So there's no resistance, and therefore it doesn't persist. It doesn't linger around. It expresses itself into the awareness, because I am the awareness, same as you. It expresses itself in awareness. It rises like a big wave rising, and then it falls back into the ocean. So it comes from where it came from, and then it goes back. After it expresses itself, it goes back to where it came from. And then something else comes. Just like waves. They come and go. Some days there's a lot of waves. If you're looking at, you're by the ocean, you're watching the waves. Some days lots of waves, big waves. The next day you go there and there's nothing. There's no waves. Same thing. Some days you got all these emotions happening. You're really feeling it, ups and downs. And then it's quiet. There's nothing going on. But if you think you are these emotions and you're chasing the calmness, then you're in trouble. But if you remember you're just watching waves, you're observing the ocean, and you're indifferent in whether you're watching waves or it's calm, there's an indifference in it, then it doesn't matter what is going on. It doesn't affect you. And if it does affect you, it's momentarily, and then it goes away. It has no power to linger on. And then you see you're free. Same thing with the thoughts. Same thing with your body. It's very groovy. And then you see that it starts affecting your everyday life. The quality of your life begins to change in a magical way. Because everything is a part of that. This is your journey. And in this journey, you're here to experience duality, because that's what it is. We have signed up. We're here on this experience of duality. We don't want to get into why we're here or why we signed up or any of those stories. Don't worry about that. But we're here. So, and that's how it is. Let me see, I want to say hello. Hi, Amanda.
Hi.
Hi. Hi. Hi, is this your first time here?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, welcome. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Where are
I'm
you
really
from?
enjoying it. I'm from North Carolina.
North
and
Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that Asheville? Asheville, North Carolina? Are you in Asheville?
Asheville. I'm about an hour and a half away from Asheville.
Okay. I hear it's pretty cool. Asheville is a cool place.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a cool little place. Yeah. That's so funny that you've heard of it.
Yeah, I had
It's a small little
friends were
town,
going
but yeah.
to move. I had friends were going to move there at one point, so that's how I found out about it.
Oh, I love it. It's very, very cute. And they have a lot of good properties out there, like towards Black Mountain. It's really nice.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I never been there, but I heard it's a groovy place.
You're going to have to come visit.
Absolutely. I would love to. Nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you too. Thank you.
And feel free if you have any questions for me. You're welcome to ask me if you have any questions. Okay, I'll write it.
Thank you.
Okay. We have a quiet bunch today. What's happening? Hi, Marianne.
Hi.
Hi, nice to see you.
Yeah, nice to see you too.
How are you?
I'm good. I started working again and I feel really, peaceful after my vacation. I spent a lot of time by myself and doing cleansing, so it's really good.
And how many days you've been doing your cleanse?
3 weeks.
Right.
Yeah.
Great, beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in my first week. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's really hard in the beginning, like you said, but then it gets easier and easier.
Yeah, and yeah, you cheat.
Yeah.
It takes time to get in the groove. So you need to figure out, because now you just can't go eat whatever you want.
Yeah.
You need to carry your things with you. If you go, you want to take enough fruits or juices. So if you're super hungry and you get dizzy, then you just don't go have a grab a piece of pizza because you're not feeling good. You got your
No.
fruits. You know, you have to have your sugar intake.
Yeah.
But then you get into the groove and it becomes super easy, and because you start feeling good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it when I get into it. I love it.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
And I allow myself to fall back now and then, because if I allow it, it's so much easier to go back on track again.
Yes,
And
exactly.
then I feel so good, so my body wants to continue.
I feel exactly the same way.
Yeah.
I had one night that I cheated a little bit,
Yeah.
and it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Being consistent is the key, to be consistent.
Yeah.
Because you're on a long haul here. You just don't want to do it for a few days. You want to go long term. If you want results, you want long results, you need to stick to it and go long for a period of time, and then you see the transformation.
Right. And for me, the key has been not being too hard on myself in the beginning, you know, to allow myself to eat lots of salads and smoothies. Then I don't feel as hungry, and then it's easier to go on, and it's more fun.
Absolutely. I don't recommend jumping into the juicing right away at all, you know? No, the first week you want to still have 2-3 meals of fruits or vegetables, cooked vegetables. It can be so much fun. If you do it right, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is.
So,
and I think many people who jumped into juicing, they give up after a while. So that's why I don't do it. So I stick on salads and, you know, on the routine, and then it's easier.
yeah, no, absolutely. I don't recommend that at all.
No.
Also, when you jump into the juicing, cold turkey, you just from eating, you go to juicing. First of all, the body also starts to detox very quickly, and it's not really good for you.
Yeah.
You don't want to detox too fast, too quick.
Right. And I feel, you know, I done quite a lot of coffee enemas, and that really helps as well. But I didn't do it from the first day, but I did it after the third day,
right,
or something like that. And then I don't feel so hungry.
Right. Yeah.
And now actually, because I'm being kind to myself, then actually I feel going on this diet a long term, more than 4 weeks.
Right. You want me to? She's talking about. We're just, for those of you who are new with me and you don't know what we're talking about a long-term cleanse. And that's what Marianne and I are speaking about doing a cleanse. And this is a good time. Summertime, spring, summer is a very good time to do a cleanse. And my suggestion is always to do an intestinal cleanse, to clean the intestines, to the pipes. That's where the sewage is, and to clean up the pipes. And then after that, you can move into doing a liver cleanse and a liver flush. So that's what I'm actually aiming at, Marianne.
Yeah.
So this week, I moved into juices starting yesterday. And so I want to do the liver flush by the end of this week. But I'm getting the body ready.
That's good.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. I'll let you know.
Yeah, great.
Very good. So do we have any announcements? Oh yeah, by the way, I have to say I had to cancel the 5D events. For those of you, I don't know anyone in LA area is listening, I will not be presenting at the 5D event in Los Angeles. So Sorry for that. Just if anyone is planning on coming to see me. But we will have the academy next Tuesday, same time. I have to go to Sedona. I got to take care of something. So most probably I'll be broadcasting from Sedona. And I'll just post up some videos from the Red Rocks from Sedona. And our Egyptian trip is still on. I'm looking forward to that. What else we have? Oh, did we post Ore? Miss Shishi? Yeah, okay. So we're taking a small deposit for those of you who want to lock in your spot for Ore in 2019, July 2019. I know we have 11 months to go, but I'm just letting you know because we only have 26, it's only capacity 30 people. So I think it's going to be sell out quickly. So I'm just putting it out. In addition to that, I'm soon, I think by the end of this week, I will put out my schedule, my return schedule to Scandinavia. And at this point, I'm supposed to be coming to Sweden to do the expo in Sweden, which is going to be at the end of October. And then I'll go to Norway. Miss Hilde is organizing. Hi, Hilde. You're quiet today. I haven't heard from you.
Hi.
How are you? Hi. So then I go to Norway, then maybe Copenhagen, Gothenburg, back to Sweden. I'm going to be offering level 1 to 4 in Stockholm, and then to Germany for the first time. So it's going to be, I'm looking at the schedule, it looks kind of tough. So I'm trying to formulate a way to kind of see if I can insert some days off, but it's pretty much like every week in a different country or different city. So that's what's going on. Also, this month I have free time. So if anybody wants to do a training program with me, I'm offering special. We do 4 Skype sessions, and we meet the first time. We'll go over your needs, and then I tailor-make a plan for you, and I give you exercises, and every week we meet up for 1 hour, and we're doing meditation, healing, and I address the problem that you're dealing with, so I can work with you personally on an individual basis. So I'm available this month for working with you on a one-on-one basis. So we'll be on a Skype session or WhatsApp or whatever that works for both of us. We'll meet once a week for 1 hour. And then we go on from there. So that's that. What else? Did I miss anything, Miss Shishi?
No,
I got it all? Okay. Oh, by the way, both meditation DVDs, we have them on a digital format on my website. So those of you who are new with me, if you're interested in purchasing the DVDs as well as my book, it's available on a digital format. So those are the news. So it's nice seeing you all, and I look forward to Rosalie. Yeah, hi, Rosalie.
Hi. What time is your next book coming?
What's that?
I said, what time is your next book as we're working on coming out?
My next
Yeah,
book.
I think Shishi have to take your next.
Yeah, I agree with you. I need a little kick in the butt. So right. So right. She's you can share that if you want to unmute
No,
yourself.
I was saying Rosaline's been working nonstop.
Can you
It's
hear?
not on the book.
Can you hear that?
No.
They can't hear you. Here, I'll turn my speakerphone off. You can share it with them. We don't see you. Where are you? We don't.
I'm here. He's been working nonstop, just not on the writing the book, but every day he's working like a lot. He's juggling a lot of things. So as he says, that book will get written when it's ready to be written or finished. It's almost finished, but we'll have to wait. Maybe Christmas.
Yeah, I just had to bully it.
Yeah, I mean, I love to put it out. I just, it's almost ready. That's funny. It needs maybe 1 full week or 10 days. If I could just work on it every day for 10 days, it would be out. It's just kind of, I don't know. It's just kind of impossible. My next project is, I have 2 projects. I'm remodeling my place, so I want to do that, and then I want to finish the meditation DVD. As I said, I found a glitch in it, and I need to connect with the sound engineer and finish that part and put the meditation meditation CD out. So it's coming. Yeah. So it's nice to see you all. Sending you lots of love and light. Thank you for joining me once again. It's a pleasure and honor to serve you and to be at your service and your presence. And we get together next week. You can connect with us, connect with me from Facebook, Fifth Dimensional Academy of Higher Consciousness. You can write an email to us if you want, info@5dhealing.com or 50healing.com. So just feel free to connect. Sending you lots of love. Okay. Namaste.